You ever trust your mechanic a little too much? Like, you walk in for an oil change and somehow leave with a $900 repair bill and a free air freshener. Yeah, we've all been there. Here's the truth. Most mechanics won't say out loud. There are car maintenance tips that can save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and they don't want you to know them, because the more you know, the less you need them. In this video, I'll share 13 surprising car care secrets that can change the way you treat your ride. And trust me, number 9 is the one that flipped everything I thought I knew about cars. Stick around, because once you hear it, you'll never look at maintenance required the same way again. Before we begin, I'd like you to like this video and click on the subscribe button to keep on receiving exciting updates like this. Let's start with that little orange maintenance required light that pops up every few months. It looks scary, right? Like your car's about to explode or something. But nope, that light is mostly just a friendly nudge to bring your car back to the dealer. Most manufacturers set it to appear every 5,000 to 15,000 miles, depending on the model. Usually, it's just reminding you to change the oil. You can actually reset it yourself in seconds. No mechanic needed. Quick example, a guy named Jason in Portland made the news last year after learning his maintenance light was just a reminder, not an emergency. He'd been paying $120 every few months at the dealership to diagnose it. Turns out, they were literally just pressing reset. Save your money. Look up the reset method for your model on YouTube. It's free and takes less than a minute. Speaking of lights, that check engine one, don't panic. It doesn't always mean disaster. Grab an OBD2 scanner. It's a small tool that plugs into your car's diagnostic port. They cost around $30 to $40 and work on any car made after 1996. You can read the code, Google what it means, and decide whether it's a minor fix or something serious. My friend Alexis from Chicago bought one after her check engine light came on during a road trip. A quick scan showed it was just a loose gas cap. If she'd gone to a shop, they'd have charged her $150 just to look at it. That little device paid for itself immediately. When you change your brake pads, there's one move most people and even some mechanics skip: opening the bleeder valve before you compress the caliper. Why does this matter? Because forcing old dirty brake fluid back into your system can damage the ABS module, which costs a fortune to replace. By opening the valve first, you let that nasty fluid escape. You're not just replacing pads, you're giving your brakes a mini detox. And here's a story from last year's Reddit thread. A user replaced their pads without bleeding the system. 2 months later, their ABS system failed. $1,100 gone. One tiny missed step. Fuel additives sound fancy, like magic potions for your car. You see them at gas stations all the time. Boost performance, clean your injectors. Here's the truth. For most gasoline engines, modern fuels already have all the additives you need. Unless you're driving a diesel or a very old car, you're wasting your money. A 2022 triple A study found that 75% of drivers who used over-the-counter additives saw no measurable difference in performance. But if you drive a diesel truck or live in colder states like Minnesota, diesel additives can prevent gelling and keep your injectors clean. So yeah, sometimes they help. But don't get upsold at the pump. Most cars are fine with regular high-quality gas and consistent oil changes. Picture this. It's January in Denver, snow everywhere, and your heater's blowing ice air. Happened to my cousin Maya last winter. She thought her heater broke. Turns out her coolant was low. When coolant levels drop, your heater core doesn't get enough warm fluid, so it just circulates cold air. Top off your coolant and boom. Problem solved. It's one of the simplest fixes that mechanics love to overcharge for. Always check coolant levels before assuming it's a broken part. Car batteries don't age like wine. Once filled with acid, the clock starts ticking, even if they're sitting in a warehouse. Always check the manufacturing date before you buy. The fresher, the better. Ideally, less than a month old. Avoid big box stores where batteries collect dust. Instead, buy from places that move inventory fast. And here's a pro tip from my mechanic friend Tony in Dallas. When you buy a new battery, charge it for an hour or two before installing. It wakes up the battery and ensures maximum life. We've all done it, trying to squeeze in that extra dollar after the nozzle clicks. Bad idea. Overfilling your gas tank can actually damage your car's vapor recovery system, which controls fuel vapors and prevents leaks. AAA released a report in 2023 showing that topping off leads to 30% more vapor emissions and can cost you hundreds in repairs if you damage that system. So next time the nozzle clicks stop, that's your car saying, I'm full. A dirty air filter is like trying to run a marathon while breathing through a sock. It chokes your engine, lowers performance, and burns more gas. Check it every 12,000 to 15,000 miles, or sooner if you live somewhere dusty like Arizona or Nevada. It's a 5-minute job and costs around $15. I once ignored mine for over a year. My fuel economy dropped by almost 20%. The moment I replaced it, the difference was instant. Lesson learned. This one shocked me. The positive crankcase ventilation, PCV valve, keeps harmful gases from building up inside your engine. If it clogs, it can cause oil leaks, sludge buildup, rough idling, or even full-on engine failure. Yet most people, even seasoned drivers, have never checked it once. I found out the hard way. My 2012 Camry started burning oil out of nowhere. The mechanic quoted me $600 for diagnostics. Turned out, it was just a $25 PCV valve. Check it every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. It should rattle when you shake it. If it doesn't, replace it. You know that feeling when you push one more week before your oil change? Yeah, don't. Synthetic oil lasts longer, but it's not magic. Stick to 5,000 to 7,500 miles, depending on your driving style. And don't forget transmission fluid. Most manufacturers say 30,000 to 60,000 miles, but if you're driving in stop-and-go traffic every day, do it sooner. A 2021 JD Power survey found that 60% of major transmission repairs came from people who delayed fluid changes. You wouldn't skip brushing your teeth for 6 months, right? Same principle. This one can literally save your life. Underinflated tires waste fuel, wear out faster, and can blow out at highway speeds. Overinflated ones lose grip and wear unevenly. Check your tire pressure monthly, including your spare. Most cars need between 32 and 36 psi. The NHTSA reported in 2022 that 11,000 crashes a year in the US are linked to poor tire maintenance. That's insane. Get a $10 pressure gauge, keep it in your glove box, and stop trusting those sketchy gas station pumps. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, which leads to rust in the braking system and mushy pedals. Replace it every 2 to 3 years, even if it looks fine. There was a viral TikTok last year from a mechanic in Florida showing how old brake fluid literally boiled during a test, completely failed under heat. Don't risk it. A simple $60 flush can save you from a $1,000 brake job. Pop the hood once a month. Check your serpentine belt for cracks, frays, or shiny spots. That's wear. For hoses, look for bulges, leaks, or soft spots. In 2023, Car MD listed worn belts and hoses among the top 5 causes of roadside breakdowns in America. It's the kind of thing that sneaks up quietly until your car overheats in the middle of nowhere. My friend Devon learned that the hard way on a road trip to Vegas. The radiator hose burst 40 miles outside the city. $500 tow bill, all for something he could have spotted in 30 seconds. So yeah, your mechanic's not evil, but let's be honest, the less you know, the more they make. Every one of these tips, from resetting lights to checking fluids, puts control back in your hands. Do these regularly, and your car can easily outlast that 100K mark without breaking your wallet. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being a car expert, it's about not being that person who paid $800 for a fix they could have done for free. Stay sharp, stay safe, and drive smart.